What's going on, everyone? Hope you're doing well. As you can see, things are getting a little messy by the garage. When my brother and some friends came over to finish splitting and cutting that firewood, I had my brother cut out a bunch of those cages, and then we got some snow. So today I recruited my dad to come out here and help. Right now he is moving the totes. Like as you can see, I got a couple of tanks sitting around. I thought, you know what, I've seen it on YouTube before where guys cut them down for lids, but I thought, nah, maybe I won't need to do that. With the snow we had last week, I was like, you know what, I might as well use them. Number one, they're not sitting in the yard. Number two, I don't have to take them to the landfill. And number three, I'm kind of recycling something. They look a little goofy, but the idea was to leave all the firewood out in the firewood area, kind of the wood yard. All winter when the ground was frozen, when I needed a new tote or two, I'd go out there and grab it. But now with the bummed arm, this is just easier. If we need a tote, my wife can just jump on the tractor, back up 40 yards, and we're gonna stage all our winter firewood right here. So right now, some of the cages that Robert Zucker from Zook's Welding dropped off, we're sitting a little too close to each other to put these lids on. Excuse me, lids on. So my dad's moving those out. I went and bought a bunch of bungee straps. He's been cutting out these lids, and we'll show you how we do that in a little bit. All right, as you can see, Dad got, I think there's 7 of those totes sitting there right now, and there's a whole pile of ready to burn ash in there, mixed with some maple that will have to get sorted out, but that should be enough wood to get us through winter. I want to take a minute to address all the new subscribers. First off, guys, thanks for joining our channel. Thanks for joining our YouTube family. It means a lot to us. Some people, I get, you know, some videos are more popular than others. That's the way it goes. But I want to take a minute and kind of explain what we're about and how we got here real quick. So, Pheasant Lane Farms started in March of 2020. My wife and I bought 20 acres of property. No one's lived here for a while. And let's just say there's a lot of cleanup that needed to be done. In the first month we lived here, we filled up 2 40 cubic yard roll-off dumpsters. The house is nice. We downsized, which was a struggle for me. We went down about 600 feet from my old house. Old farmer lived here, old preacher farmer. From everybody I talked to, he was a man's man. He was a man of God. And he would go buy stuff at auctions. And then with his age, he just never got around to fixing them up. So we did a lot of cleanup. We removed a lot of old farm machinery out of here. We don't hide that fact that there's still a lot more cleanup to do. But this place is a work in progress. Week after I bought the house, Went and bought a new Kubota L3901. If you guys are into tractors, check out some of my other videos. The only thing I didn't like about this house was the fact that it was all electric. Around here, our electric prices are pretty high. So my wife and I bought a high efficiency wood stove, put in the house, which I was like, oh, I got to cut firewood. It's all right. We own 20 acres and I have permission to cut on land around here. So wood's not an issue. So started cutting firewood, a bunch of dead standing ash trees, which turned into, selling firewood kind of took off a lot quicker than I thought it would. So then that turned into me striking a deal with a local logger / tree service. They're dropping trees off. I would process them and sell them. And that just went crazy. Everything was going fantastic. We did so much work around here. I cleared out 3 acres up front that was overgrown cattle pasture 30 years ago. So as you can imagine, it was a lot of work. I used a Kubota L3901. I used everything attachments, a rotary cutter, and a Wicked 55 grapple. And in about a week, no, 2 full days and a couple days before work, I got that land cleared. I got a 6.5 foot disc for the tractor. We planted buckwheat. Later in the fall, we planted brassicas. Excuse me. And I'm proud to say that last week, my wife took the first buck off this property. My father-in-law took doe, and then a buddy of ours took another deer off the property. Unfortunately, I can't hunt right now. If you guys haven't watched any of my other videos, I'll explain that real quick. Things are going great around here. We started selling firewood. We started selling the IBC totes, the cages, as you can see in the background. Things are going fantastic. We bought a brand new dump trailer in September to help with the firewood, and then we were renting that out as a little dumpster business kind of on the side. We have an LLC. We have business insurance. Everything was going fantastic. Right before Halloween, I was at work. My wife and I both have full-time jobs, and I was involved in a serious work injury. Long story short, I can't go into that right now. But long story short on that, I have 3 metal plates in my right arm, and I don't even know how many screws. I can't count them when I look at the x-rays because there's so many. I'm going to guess between 15 and 20 screws in my right arm. So my life now is consisting of doctor's appointments, physical therapy, and etc. on that. Before, I worked afternoons. I'd get up in the morning. I'd run the dumpster around if it needed to go. I'd split firewood. I'd cut firewood. I'd sell firewood. I'd deliver firewood. Take care of this property. And then, we clean up a little bit as we go. It is a work in progress. But that's how we came to be. We thank you for joining our channel. I know the videos lately probably haven't been what they used to be. But with a bummed arm here, that's all I can do. So if you see my right arm tucked in my coat pocket, that's where it stays most of the time. The surgeon said after a couple weeks, let it out of the sling, and I'll let it hang every once in a while, but it doesn't do a whole lot, to be honest. So, that's a lot of uncertainty in life right now. I'm trying to stay as positive as I can. And at first, when I came home from the hospital, I was in the hospital about a week. I was really upset just at life. And I couldn't do the things I wanted to do. Ever since we bought this property, I was looking to fall time. I promised my wife I'd make some trails, and we were going to get a head on firewood, and we were going to build a little hunting blind up on stilts, like a little treehouse kind of. The kid could play with it. We have a daughter, 6-year-old. She could play with it in the summer. In the fall time, winter, it'd be a nice place. Both our fathers are getting older. It'd be a nice place for them to sit and shoot deer out of. But none of that happened right now. And I am reliant on friends and family and coworkers who come out here and help us do stuff. So that's the way we are right now. Some days are harder than others, but I'm trying to be as positive as I can. And I'm thankful to be alive. It took me quite a few weeks to realize how bad that could have been. So that's what we're doing. My dad called a break for lunch. I actually ran out of bungee straps for those tank lids. We're going to run a Tractor Supply, and we're going to cut some more of these tanks and get them on there. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for joining our channel, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. So I don't know if there's a right way or a wrong way to cut these lids out, but I'll show you how we do it. And that's how you cut them in half.
Or close to it.
Yeah, close to it. It's not pretty, but it works. And it's better than having these fill up the landfill. So I know when you're online, there's a lot of different ways to cut these. As you can see, ours aren't necessarily square. There's guys that cut them so they're perfectly square. My philosophy is the bigger the better. Kind of creates a drip edge. As you can see, they overhang each side a couple inches. That's about 5 inches on that one. Some guys use a ratchet strap or binder twine, baling twine, or paracord to tie them down. Here's what I've found. Drill a simple hole, and you can see some sides of the cages are open and some cages have a metal plate there. What I've found, the best all-around bungee strap size is a 21 inch because it has enough to clear that panel. You can rip those panels off, but that's just a pain. 21 inch holds these on, and that's how we do it. Yeah, we got a lot of cleanup to do, people, but we're working on it. There's Mr. No Booty Flatbed next to the King Ranch. Someday I'll have a King Ranch. And then Dad's getting ready to cut another one, and we got to go buy some more bungee straps. All right, guys, that's going to wrap this video up. Had to go run some quick errands. My dad left a little bit ago. As you can see, we got all these cages moved. Trying to get things looking a little nicer. Life here was just hectic for a while. As you can see, that video is coming up. My dad and I are going to do a project. That is a 100-gallon transfer tank that was given to me. And on top of the tank, I was also given a brand new, never used GPI fuel pump with nozzle, hose, everything, all electric, if I didn't say that. So I'm very excited to get that going. That's going to make life around here a lot easier, especially for my wife this winter, because she's probably going to be the one driving the tractor plowing snow. So that's the only thing I hate about that Kubota is the fuel cap is on the top. So it makes it a little hard to get to, trying to either stand on the loader frame, not the loader frame, stand on the tire or kind of leaning over. So I'm really looking forward to that fuel cap, or that fuel tank. Back here you can see, still got a pile. That pile's mixed maple and ash. So I'll get some buddies over here to put those in cages. But we got 7 cages going. And I know the lids look funky as hell, but they serve a purpose. Excuse me. Got the rear blade out there. It was actually behind that stone. I had that stone delivered. I don't think we're going to get to that project this winter. I keep saying fall, but it's winter. And that's it. Got some extra cages over there for when I can get people over here to help me stack that firewood. And the old flatbed sitting there. So thanks for watching this video, you guys. I appreciate it. And like I said before, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I hope we have something that you find enjoyable and interesting. Take care, everybody. Be safe.